Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the We Are Wrestling podcast. I don't know why I did the intro. I have no idea why I did the intro. I hate doing the intro. I don't know why.
I guess I'm the Renegade Enigma. We'll say the names. Fuck it. We haven't done it in a while.
Yeah, but I hate it. I don't know why I did it. It just was like second nature, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna do the intro, and I hate doing the intro. I just like going into the pod without the fucking intro, but I'm just dumb and was like, no, I'm gonna do the intro. The brain is stupid sometimes. Okay, the brain is stupid sometimes.
Honestly, I'm the other way around. Like I like the structure of it, but it's what it is. Whatever.
I just like the randomness of it. So yeah, we're here again with the podcast, the episode of the follow up from the beginning of the week, and see where everything goes.
Yep.
So yeah, like Rampage and Collision were things. They were things. Like one show was completely bad, and like I don't mean just like bad. It was just like completely bad. And the other show was like, okay, this is actually really fucking good. Like it was like two drastically different shows. It was like one's bad and had like one good thing on it. The other show was like really good and had one bad thing on it. Matter of fact, I don't even know if it had a bad thing on it, but it just was like, okay, this is a better show. The other show is just filler. Like I was just like, what the fuck? It was so random.
Let me guess. The filler was Rampage. The good one was Collision. Correct?
Of course.
Yes.
Because Rampage.
I agree 100%.
Rampage started out with the fucking Hardy and Mark Briscoe versus Butcher, Blade, and Skip Sabian. And for whatever fucking reason, this was a match. I have no fucking reason. You can pay me money to come up with a reason for this being a match.
20 comic books did. There you go.
Yeah, like that was just this was one of those things where it was like, what the fuck? And then like something happened later on that was even more like, what the fuck? Like that happened, and then so Mark Briscoe and the Hardys win. So then we go to the back and we get a pre-tape of Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara, and they're basically saying we're coming for the tag team titles, and next week I want to face you, Ricky Starks, on Dynamite. Here's the funny part about that, right? Khan posted Friday afternoon, oh, Dynamite, we're going to have Ricky Starks versus Sammy Guevara. And then Sammy went on Rampage and challenged him. I was like, this is backwards. This is backwards. This was one of the AEW fumbles that like they rarely do. And it was like, that was backwards. Like they usually just like wait till somebody say it online and then Tony Khan immediately just tweets it out like, oh, there it goes.
That's usually a WWE move.
Yeah, like this was a total fumble, but it was like, okay, whatever. So then we got, just as I called on this fucking podcast, we had Angelo Parker and Swagger and Matt Menard and Anna Jay backstage, and all of a sudden, here comes Harley Cameron, and she starts flirting with Angelo Parker. Just like I said that would happen. Yeah, it was all her plan. It was all her plan.
Again, with like, I hope you guys, especially you, I'd do anything. That's gonna be in a T-shirt. I'm calling it again. It's gonna be a T-shirt.
It probably will, but I'm so glad that everybody that was so skeptical of like where this was going with the Harley Cameron thing, when I pointed it out on the podcast, I was like, dude, this is what's gonna happen. She did this to get with him. Oh my God. Like when I had that epiphany, the Tiffany epiphany was like, oh my God, this is a thing. And yeah, that's it.
Let's see how bad this shit gets.
Oh, it's gonna get bad. It's gonna get bad. So then we had Stokely Hathaway. He came in the ring and he grabbed the mic from Justin Roberts and he starts doing an intro for Chris Statlander. He says all of these nice things about her. He even makes a Keith Sweat like reference for her. And he's just going, talking about how good she is, how good she looks, and how thorough she is. But this is a tag match, mind you. This is a tag match. And Willow's her partner. And then he just goes, and Willow Nightingale. And she was like, hey! No.
That was awesome. That was fucking awesome.
Once again, this is a Tiffany epiphany for me. I know exactly where this is going. You know exactly where this is going.
No, 100%. But like I asked you at the podcast, what did they swerve us, and it goes exactly where it's obvious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like if they swerve us, I don't know how I feel, because part of me wants to see evil Statlander, but at the same time, like with him just like ragging on Willow and just like discounting her, I want like the story that I think is going to be told is going to be Willow's going to be the bad guy. She's going to be the bad guy. She's going to fuck up Chris Statlander. But if they do let Chris Statlander go bad, I'm all for it. I'm not even going to lie. I'm all for it. So
because that's like obvious wrestling logic right there. The manager's going after the one person, but they go after the other person. Like first person I can remember doing that was Ted DiBiase, quote unquote, going after Lex Luger, and like Tatanka blaming him.
Yep.
And then he ended up being Tatanka.
Yep. And like I feel
that's
like
the first one I remember.
Yep. And this is like is so like I'm not even gonna lie, this is very entertaining to me. And some people are like they're not even into this angle. I'm like, no, this is actually a really good angle. I like this. Like I said, this is one thing on Rampage that I was like, I enjoy this because I want to know where this is gonna go. It is like that's fine. So then we had a backstage with the Hardys and the Private Party. And the Hardys go, you're graduated from being part of the Hardy Party. Now you're on your own. And it's like, they said they were on their own. They didn't need your approval to get the fuck away from you. And then Matt just cuts this heel promo and is like, I guess we're enemies now and we should have a tag match. And it's like, what? Like, that made no fucking sense to me.
But then he gave him a gift, Hardy Boy t-shirts. And then I think it was Jeff threw like one at Cassidy's face. No, it was
Quinn.
What you call it? Quinn's face. Yeah. And Quinn was like, I'm gonna kick their ass. I like that. Like that one line made it good. I'm gonna kick their ass.
But the funny part was Isaiah going, I would have rather took an armband. These dumbass t-shirts. I was like, that is fucking hilarious. Like that was the best part of that whole fucking interview. That was the best part.
Both of those.
Yes.
Both of those, yeah. Because like I agree with him. I'd rather have the armbands.
Exactly. And I really do hope they kick the Hardys' ass. I do.
Here's the weird part. As you said, they came across as heels, right? The Hardy Boys. But the Private Party came across as heels the night before, because you know the Rampage is taped. So however you want to word it. So who are the exact heels then? Are they both heels?
So here's the thing. I think they're both heels, but in that match, the Hardys are going to come across more heel. After the match, Private Party is still going to be heels. So that's going to be a thing. I just hope they don't randomly tag again in like some random 8-man and we have to see this shit all over again. It's like, the fuck? Like I don't want to see this. Like just one and done, and just let Private Party move on, and the Hardys do whatever the hell they're gonna do. Just do that.
Hopefully Zay keeps them on though. That was funny.
He probably will. So then we get Hikaru Shida versus Anna Jay. Hikaru Shida wins, and it's like, okay. I mean, I don't know what they're building her up for, but it's a match. It happened. It was a thing. Like this,
full-time champion, maybe.
I hope not. So then we get a backstage with Jeff Jarrett, and his wife and everybody in his little circle, and they're doing a thing. And you pointed this out to me. I didn't even hear this. You pointed this out.
I'm just about to say that this part was good to me just for that fact. Go ahead.
Because Karen Jarrett goes, "We've been a team for 6 months. We don't even have a name." And I'm like, the fuck? She's right. Holy shit.
And that was smart of her, because a lot of teams get together that don't have names and it's never addressed. They randomly get a name sometimes, or they don't. She addressed it. I like that.
Exactly. That's one small thing about AEW. When they become self-aware of something, they address it. They don't address it immediately. They address it eventually, but they address it.
Yeah.
And this was one of the self-aware times. And so it looks like it's Jay Lethal versus Jeff Jarrett, which, as long as it gets Jay Lethal away from Jeff Jarrett, I'm fine. I could do with Jeff Jarrett not being on television, despite how many people love Jeff Jarrett. I could do with him not being on television. I'm fine with that. I don't really care about Jay Lethal because, he gets kind of boring to me sometimes. Like, that's all I can say. He gets kind of boring to me. So
they're both boring. The one line in this too that made me laugh too was Sanjay Dutt talking about, we need to do a tag team match so we could get this team together. And Jay Lethal says the dumbest line, how is being a tag team gonna bring us together? That's the whole point, you dumbass.
Right? Like, what the fuck? The dumbest shit is just the dumbest shit. So then we have a pure championship match, which is Wheeler Yuta versus Commander. And I'm not gonna lie, I was totally checked out in this match, because it's like, it was a clash of styles. Usually when it's a clash of styles, it makes a good match. But this was like a clash of styles. It was like, it didn't work. And Yuta won, but it didn't work. I was like, well, yeah, all right. That's exactly how I felt. I was like, yeah, all right, sure, whatever. That was it to me. Okay, whatever. Because it just didn't work. I don't know. I don't know why. Don't ask me. It just didn't work. So yeah. So then we go to Collision, which was the Superior show.
Yes.
I don't know why it wasn't, but it's the Superior show. And anybody who says it is not, okay. So I'm gonna throw this out there. Even though Dynamite was really good this week, I still think Collision is the better show.
It was, in my opinion.
Yes. And it started off with Ric Flair coming out, and then Sting and Darby Allin. The reason this was a thing was because they were in North Carolina. So that was a thing. And this was the one thing that I didn't like on the show, because it was Sting and Darby versus the Workhorsemen. First off, I don't know why the fuck the Workhorsemen was beating the shit out of Sting and Darby way more than they should have. I don't know why. It was whooping their ass. I was like, God damn. They beat the shit out of them for no reason.
No. Correction. Mm-hmm. They worked them.
Okay, they worked them. I was so baffled, but they fucking Sting and Darby won, and then they talked about, hey, Sting and Darby's gonna face Takeshita and Will Hobbs on Wednesday. I'm like, all right, cool. So then we get Eddie Kingston versus Trent Beretta. And Trent's mom is out there. I wonder if she drove all the way down to see Trent, but that was sweet.
Did I ever tell you when you first introduced me to the best friends, I could have sworn she was a paid actor, not really his mom?
That is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that was a thing for me.
And the funniest thing is the very first time I seen her, it was at a New Year's Dash show, which we're gonna cover after Collision. But she was at a New Year's Dash show, and the best friends were there. And Trent Beretta just grabs the mic and go, my mom's in the stand. I'm like, what? Like, there's no way your mom's in the stand. And she's all the way up at the top and she waves. And like, it's like, wait, that is your mom. Like, that's really your mom. Like, she came to Japan to watch you. That was so, like, that was the first time I ever seen that lady. And I was like, oh, okay. It was
how did you know that was his mom? Because they look alike? Like, because you got a good eye for shit like that.
No. Because, like, I seen a picture of her online. So I knew what she'd look like. And, like, I had thought he was joking because I was like, yeah, there's no way that you flew your mom out to Japan in this match. And he did flew her out and she was there. And I was like, what the fuck? That's his mom. Like, this really is his mom. But that was the first time I seen her. But Eddie Kingston and him had a really good match. They had a really good match.
Cool.
And here's the thing about Trent Beretta, right? People keep forgetting that he's a good wrestler as a singles wrestler. And like this match versus him and Eddie was like really good. It was really good. And people, like I saw some people online go, oh shit, I didn't know Trent Beretta was a good wrestler. It's like, dog, he had a one-on-one US title match with Kenny Omega in New Japan. And it was the match where everybody was like, damn, Trent Beretta could go. Like, the fuck? Like, he's been good. He got busted open.
Give him enough credit.
Yeah, he got busted open. And this was so this is so mom-like. Like, this is the most mom-like I've ever seen a person. Trent got busted open in the match. They cut to Sue. Sue has towels. She has like paper towels in her hand. She's like, come here, let me wipe the blood off of you. I'm like, oh my God, that's such a mom thing.
It is. A wrestling mom thing, because had that been a regular mom, you know what I mean? And be like, no, stop it. Stop the match.
Yep.
That type of shit.
He was sitting there and was like, yeah, I'll be over in a second, Mom. it was so cute.
It was great match though. Like I'm not a big fan of Eddie.
Yeah.
Like just like you're not, but they both did good in this match. I'm surprised.
Yep.
More surprised with Eddie than I am with Trent.
Yeah, me too. And somebody said online, which I can't get this out of my head, and it's not in a good way. They said that Eddie Kingston is the modern day Dusty Rhodes. And I was like, I would not go that far at all.
No, hell no.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going with that one. So
no.
Then we had a backstage thing with Willow and no, go ahead.
Question before you continue though. It feels like Trent is slowly becoming a heel. Do you feel that?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I feel like he's going heel and he's slowly slipping away from his friends. And I'm all for that.
Yeah. Me too.
Then we had Willow and Chris Statlander. They're both just basically putting each other over. And Chris Statlander had her lizard, and that was really cute. I like that. And so they're both putting each other over. And it's like, okay, yeah, I'm just waiting for the turn. I'm just waiting for one of you to turn. And then we had a promo that I swear to God, I was halfway looking down when this promo started, and I was confused for a second. Even when I looked up, I was still more confused until it got to the end. And then, like, at the end, I laughed really hard because I thought he was about to say something, but he didn't. But it was so baffling to me because Hook is cutting this promo. And I was looking down at the time because I was looking at my phone looking for something. Hook's cutting this promo, and I'm just thinking in my head, I'm like, who the fuck is this British dude talking? And I look up, and I see Hook, and I'm like, who the fuck is that? Because he had the hoodie over his head and was like in all black. I'm like, who the fuck is that? And then like he kept talking, and then I saw more of his face. I was like, is that Hook? That's Hook? And then Hook was like, Samoa Joe, I'm coming for you. And I was like, wait, are you about to do a Booker T? And no, he didn't do a Booker T. And it made me laugh because I thought he was going to do a Booker T.
Oh my God, I didn't think about that. That's normally my move to think of shit like that. Wow.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? But he's coming for Samoa Joe. He wants the title. So the funny part is like, I would have normally been like, I'm not for this, but I'm all for this. Like, I'm all for this. I want to see Hook versus Samoa Joe. Like,
that was my text.
Yes. I want to see it.
Everyone's gonna die.
Yes, I want to see that. That's so my shit. So,
question for you about this match when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
When Joe fights somebody, the child chants, Joe is gonna kill you, and sometimes we get Hook is gonna kill you. What's the chant?
They're going to kill someone. I don't know what the chant's going to be. They're going to kill someone. I don't know. It's going to be. Death is going to be in that. I don't know. But holy shit! I want them to like half the crowd to chant, "Joe is going to kill you." The other half going to chant, "Hook is going to kill you." I want that to happen during this match. I want it to be so.
You might as well put Lance Archer in this shit.
Everybody dies. Oh my god, that would be so great. So then we had a tag team title match for the Ring of Honor tag team titles. And I lied to you not. This match was Brian Keith versus Commander. As soon as I saw this, I'm like, all right, this is going to be a glorified squash match. It's going to be over in like 10 minutes. My brother in Christ, holy fucking shit, this was good. I was like, wait, hold up. No, they aren't really kicking their ass like this. It was even at one point, Brian Keith had, I don't think it was like Mike Bennett in the fucking, he had him in the fucking corner. All of a sudden, Commander is standing on top of Brian Keith's shoulder and superplexes Mike Bennett off of Brian Keith's shoulders. I'm like,
that was nice. That was nice as shit.
Hold up. They're not really doing this. They were going. They were fucking going. I was like, hold up. This wasn't supposed to be this way. This is supposed to be a regular match. Brian Keith and Commander, like, they are two random people that I was like, oh, they just threw them together. They had a fucking tag match like they've been working for years. I'm like, hold up. This is way too good. And
normally I would make the AEW Dark reference, but that's not a thing anymore.
Yes. I don't even think they work together on Ring of Honor. That's how fucking crazy this is. And
exactly.
Like, the fucking Kingdom gets the win because they're the champions, but holy shit, they had to work for every little drop just to get that win. That match was so fucking good. That match was so good.
And even the Kingdom got better. Like, I made the joke with you, but like, you know why they're better now, right? Because they made a deal with the devil.
Like, that was so awesome. So then we had something that Renegade joked about on the last podcast. We had the Bang Bang Gang and the Scissor Club hanging out together, and they basically said, hey, we should team up. Jay, you are really good at factions. How about we team up and we become a faction? And they left, and then I think it was Austin, because I get the guns confused.
It was Austin.
Yeah, he kind of was like, you know what? Like, that might be a good idea. And I don't know how to feel, because like, it's the first. I think it'll be one of the first faction with 2 tag teams. That's the weird part about it. So I don't know how to feel about that.
They have a number of tag team titles, so it's okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, I guess this will work. So
yeah. By the way, got the name while we were talking, because all along I've been calling them the Golden Acclaim, right? Bang and stab, because you can stab somebody with a fucking scissor.
Okay.
And he's a switchblade, too. So yes. Bang and stab.
Okay. So then we had something completely fucking random. I'm not gonna lie, it was completely random. It was Adam Copeland came out, and he basically said, hey, Christian, you want me to fight to get my title, so I'm gonna fight to get the title. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So he says,
funny part about this, I walked off for this because I'm like, yeah, he's probably gonna fight some jobber or whatever. Like he just talking shit. I'll be back. Lo and behold, I'm back, and he's actually facing like one of the biggest jobbers on the show. I'm sorry, I don't like the guy. He's a jobber. Go ahead.
Griff Garrison comes out, and Griff Garrison comes out with Maria Kanellis and stacks 2 dimes. Now, here's the funny part, right? Griff gets in the ring, and Edge literally says, yo, you kind of remind me of me. And I'm thinking in my head, how the fuck does he remind you of you? I guess because he's tall with long blonde hair, I guess. That's it? Like, sure? I guess. So that was a thing, right? So all of a sudden, like they have this match, and the Griff gets a little bit of comeback. Then after the match, stacks 2 dimes, gets in the ring. And if you watch this, he does a flip to try to land on Adam Cole. I mean, not Adam Cole, fucking Edge. I'm not doing the Adam Cole thing. And he hits him in the...
might as well go Edge because there's too many Adams on this show.
Yeah. He hits Edge in the face with his boot by accident, but Edge like no-souls it and then spears the shit out of him. And then we get a Sting Darby out.
To his credit, to Dom's credit, right? He does a fucking, what was it, a moonsault or shooting star? I forget. They're flipping the fucking air on the top rope with Tim's on.
Yes.
That has to be hard to do.
It is. So then we get a Ric Flair, Sting, and Darby promo. Didn't care because they basically was just saying that they're going to win or whatever. Who cares? So then we get Skye Blue versus Kiera Hogan. Now, the funny thing about this was earlier in the day, they had the whole lineup for Collision. It was already stacked up. Somebody joke was like, oh, they're about to add a Skye Blue match any minute. And the comment, that the funny part about it, there was 4 comments right under this. This is earlier in the day. 4 comments were right under this, was like, I bet it's going to be Skye Blue versus Kiera Hogan. I bet it's going to be Skye Blue versus Kiera Hogan. Lo and behold, an hour before the show, Tony Khan tweets out, we're going to have Skye Blue versus Kiera Hogan. And I'm like, there's no fucking way that everybody fucking called this. Like, there's no fucking way. They literally, because it was no women's match on the show. And they just booked this match. And I'm like, there's no fucking way the internet booked this match. I was so fucking, like, I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, the funny part, what if it wasn't and Tony Khan just happened to see that shit? Because, you know, he frequents the internet. So what if he just happened to see that and he's like, you know what, book it.
I hope that's what happened, because, like, what the fuck? That was so random.
And I think that's exactly what happened.
And then Skye Blue beats Kiera Hogan. We get a fucking Serena D promo where she's in a straitjacket and she says she's coming back and she's let out of her cage and she's this and she's that. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I mean, not...
Was it the same promo?
It might have been the same promo. Like, here's the funny part. I know people actually said, was like, you guys forgot this fucking promo. Yeah, we did forget this promo because the promo was so unmemorable that we fucking forgot it. And like,
I didn't care.
Yeah, and now they brought it up again, and I was like, oh, she's going to be a thing eventually. Okay, cool, whatever, sure. I'm not a fan of Serena Deeb, so I'm like, all right. And I know someone's like, well, why are you not a fan of her? You know, art from artist stuff, so that's about it. So,
and even the fucking art sucks. So.
Yeah. So that was a thing. Then we get Claudio Castagnoli. He's coming down to the ring, and Claudio comes down to the ring, and Claudio, they have like the little like picture-in-picture thing, and Claudio goes, yeah, so you want to just fight somebody, Adam Page? I like to wrestle people, and I like to fight too. So I'm challenging you to Daly's place, me and you. And like, I looked around, I was like, the fuck did that have to do with anything? Like, he wasn't beefing with you. Why did you insert yourself in this beef? Like, it wasn't even your fight. I was confused.
Remember, he's still mad that Danielson beat him, so he had to take it out on somebody.
Well, he took it out on Andrew Everett, and I was actually surprised because like Andrew Everett has like he should be on TV more, and like he's really good. Like after he left Impact / TNA, he hasn't really done anything, and I'm like he should be on TV more because I watch him train. I've seen him in a couple of indies, and I'm like he should be on TV more. Like he's really good.
I legit said out loud, "You work here? What the fuck?"
Yeah, because it was like one of the random things. Like, what the fuck? What is happening? So, Andrew Everett got choke slammed by Claudio. Yes, Andrew Everett got choke slammed by Claudio in the beginning of the match, and I was like, "What? What the fuck is happening?"
There's a size difference. There's a size difference.
Like, not even that big of a side. That's the fucking funny part. It was like, what the fuck? It was so random. So then we had fucking Ricky Starks cutting a promo about taking on Sammy Guevara. And he was like, Sammy Guevara, this is like the first time we're going to wrestle in an AEW ring. We wrestled before, and this is the first time we wrestle one-on-one in an AEW ring. And I was like, is that true? Like, I was literally
I was about to ask you that.
Yeah, because like I swore they wrestled in AEW. I know they wrestled in other places, but I was like, I swore they did. But I was like, is that true? Like, I was like, the fuck, like that. I was baffled. I was baffled. So that was that. Then we had the main event. And it was the House of Black, and the House of Black comes out, and then I don't know why I had a red tie thing because FTR comes out and Dax has on a black jacket and Cash has on a white jacket. And I'm like, oh my God, he's going to turn on him. He's going to turn on him. And then when they got in the ring, they turned the lights up and they took off the jackets. And I'm like, oh my God, he's going to turn on him. And I looked down and I looked at their knee pads and they both had on reverse knee pads. I'm like, oh, that's not what happened. Their shit got mixed up. Okay, that's what happened. It wasn't a fucking red tie thing. It just was their shit got mixed up. Because Cash had on black knee pads and Dax had on white knee pads. So it's like, okay, it's not a red tie thing. It's just they fucked up and they brought the wrong stuff. Okay, got it. Not even mad.
That would have been crazy though if they turned on each other.
Yeah, because like part of me was like, I really hope this isn't a thing, but it definitely was, and I'm happy it wasn't, because they had a fucking banger with Buddy Murphy and Malachi Black. They had a fucking banger, and then right towards the end, here comes Brody King. Brody King's about to get in it, and I'm like, oh well, they're fucked. And all of a sudden, this person was not on my bingo card to help them at all. It was fucking Daniel Garcia. I was like, what the fuck? Like, this was not on my bingo card. It does, but it was like, it wasn't on my bingo card. And he came out and he fucked up Brody King, and Dax and Cass get the win. They get the win, but after the match, the House of Black beat the hell out of Daniel Garcia and FTR. And then Julia Hart does the 10-bell salute like they murdered them. And they did it all in front of their family. That's like that was bad.
Well, Dex's family, because the other two don't have family.
Yeah. But the funny part about it was like it was bad, not bad as in bad, like this is bad television. It's bad because it's like, holy shit, like you just murdered a man in front of his family. That's so bad. Yeah. But this show was so good. Like, this show was so good. Because this tag team match was like, it was off the chain. It's just why FTR is one of the greatest tag teams in the world. Like, that's it. Like, this match was so good.
Oddly enough, now I would put Malachi and Buddy up there, and they're not really the tag team of that group, which is weird.
Exactly. Like that's why this was so good. Like this whole collision was just like fucking awesome. It was so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this. I loved it, and like yeah, it was better than Dynamite. I know Dynamite was good. This was better than Dynamite. So yeah. So that was a thing. So New Year's Dash. And so last year, New Year's Dash started this new thing. It's like, okay, we're going to do this new thing. This is the new thing for New Year's Dash. It's Mystery Vortex. And if you know PWG, they do a show where it's Mystery Vortex. It's literally, hey, this is Mystery Vortex. Every match on the card, no one knows. You don't know shit. You don't know who's there. You have no fucking idea. It's just a show. And it's like, okay. And last year, New Japan did this for New Year's Dash. It was like, all right, Mystery Vortex. And last year's was like, okay, it's kind of cool. But this year, it was like, Ghetto went back to he went back and he was like, okay, how do I make this better than last year and make this more something? He did, he went back to the drawing board and just was like, this is the Mystery Vortex. This is how it's going to go. And it was like, okay, well, fuck you. Well, fuck. Because it started off with Taguchi. Taguchi comes out and they was like, this is going to be a one-on-one match. And so then he wrestles Tanahashi. And the commentators are on commentary and they go, yo, it's kind of weird that they're having a one-on-one match and Tanahashi's the television champion. Like, the title's not even on the line. So Taguchi goes, wait. He's like, Tanahashi, you're the champion. Why don't we just put the title on the line? And then it's like, wait, what? And everybody in the crowd was like, wait, whoa, they're going to do this? And Tanahashi was like, fuck it, let's put the title on the line. So it just turned into an impromptu television title match. Like, oh, okay. Like, I was weirded out. Like, okay.
That's right, because Tanahashi is basically the boss right now. Not even basically, he is the boss.
Yes, and it was like, oh, okay. And they had a television title match. Tanahashi wins. And so he goes to leave, and they play this video package. And the first thing I'm like, oh my God, it's going to be Ali. It's going to be Ali. It should be Ali. Ali should be this guy. But the dude gets out of the car, and you see just feet, and it's like, oh my God, it's Matt Riddle. And Matt Riddle challenges Tanahashi for the television title. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. So we go to the next match, and it's Bishamon versus Kaito Kiyomiya and Ryohei Oya. I cannot get his name right for shit. So the match is starting, and all of a sudden, they just bring up, well, we don't know what's going on here. We know that Daniel Bryan has left because he's trying to get back to Collision. Because this was like Friday morning. So he's like, yeah, he has Collision on Saturday, so he left. And so I'm like, oh, okay, so Bryan Danielson is not going to be here. Okay, cool. And Bishamon beats Kaito Kiyomiya. And throughout the match, they keep saying the same thing. They keep rehashing. Kaito Kiyomiya is from Noah. He's been in Noah. He keeps coming over to New Japan. Why doesn't he just switch to New Japan and just stay here? He's done everything in Noah. He could be a great asset to New Japan. Why doesn't he just come over? And it's like, that makes sense, but, nothing happened. Match is over. So then we get El Fantasma and Hikuleo, who are the new tag team champions, versus Oscar Luibe and Yuta Nakashima, which are Young Lions. And the funny part is, this match happens. It starts off, and right before it goes on, the announcers go, hey, these Young Lions are about to go on excursion. This is their last match. And they looked around, was like, wait, we get to go on excursion? And that's like you once you go on excursion, you have a last match, but they didn't know that this was their last match. So they're having this last match against the tag team champions, and they did really good. They lost, and after the match, God like hugged them and was like, "Yo, just go out there and kill it. And you guys come back." And so all of a sudden, the tag team champions get jumped by Chase Owens. Just Chase Owens, nobody else. Just Chase Owens beats the shit out of two people. And then he says, I'm challenging you guys for the tag team titles. Okay. But I have a tag team partner. And they're like, okay, who's your tag team partner? And he was like, my tag team partner is Kenta. And El Phantasmo was like, oh, shit. Because El Phantasmo got his ass beat by Kenta, and Kenta has been kicking his ass, and he knows he can't beat Kenta. So they're gonna challenge him for the tag titles coming up soon. So that was
that's gonna be like a major challenge for them then.
Yep. So then we had Makabe, Homa, Desperado, Wato, Shota Umino go against the House of Torture. So it was a fucking fuck fest. I hated every minute of it. It was dumb. It was a fucking fuck fest. I hated the shit out of it. But Desperado and that team won because Desperado was supposed to be taking on Kanemaru, but also Master Wato wants to take the IWGP Junior title. So it was a big thing like throughout the match where Wato was like, he was kind of like not fucking with Dusty, but at the same time, he was his tag partner, so that was a thing. He was like, "Yeah, I don't know," but it wasn't bad. It just was House of Torture was annoying as fucking shit. So then
House of Torture, of course, they're annoying.
Yeah. So then we had the United Empire, Will Ospreay and his whole squad versus the Bullet Club War Dogs. Now, this match, it started out just like as a normal, annoying Bullet Club asshole match, and it just went from like, oh yeah, we're just gonna keep fucking with you, just keep fucking with you. And then it just like turned into like this all-out fucking brawl. Like halfway through, Kid gets cut. I don't know how the fuck he got cut. His face is just a crimson mass of just red, and it's like, holy shit. They're beating the fuck out of each other. And then the fucking match, United Empire wins the match. And after the match, it was just a fight for like 10 fucking minutes. And like, after that, Ospreay was like, you know what, fuck it. Like, United Empire versus Bullet Club, cage match. And like, at first I was like, oh, he just means like him versus like David Finlay or somebody like that. And then it was like, no. The whole entire United Empire versus the whole entire Bullet Club in a cage match. And I'm like, how the fuck is that going to work? And also, holy shit, that's going to be violent.
Like, wait, isn't there more Bullet Club than there is Empire?
It is, but like they only challenged the 5 of them. And so it's just the 5 of them versus the 5 of the United Empire. And we're going to see how that goes.
In the cage match, though, like, wow.
Yeah, and they're very rare in New Japan. So that's why I was like, what the fuck?
Correct me if I'm wrong, isn't Japan rings smaller than American rings, too?
No, so, they're actually bigger. They're actually bigger.
Okay, good, because I was like, that's going to be tight.
No, they're actually bigger. And the funny part is, like, I came on this podcast and I ranted about the Will Ospreay not going to New Japan and being around. Will Ospreay says in a backstage interview, goes, yo, that's going to be my last match. New Beginning? He's like, at New Beginning, that's my last match. This cage match is going to be my last match. February 11th, that's my last match in New Japan. It was like, and after that, I'm done. And it's like, no. You guys thought that he was actually going to be around forever. No, he's done. And that's it. That was it. So then we had Just 5 Guys versus Los Ingobernables. Just 5 Guys gets the win. And it sets up a rematch to the main event, which is Sonata versus Naito, which is like, it's not bad, but like, this is something that New Japan doesn't really do all the time. Like a straight up rematch immediately. But apparently they're going for a rematch immediately. So that's the thing.
Yep.
So then they had the KOPW 4-way. It was Ishimori versus Great O'Corn versus Yano, and then Yo. Here's the thing, right? In the fucking KOPW, you get to pick a stipulation. And like it's usually a vote, but since this is like the first one of the year, it's just like somebody picks a stipulation and that's the stipulation. So the stipulation was it's 10 minutes. Whoever has the last fall in 10 minutes becomes the KOPW champion. So they're wrestling and like they're scrambling trying to get the falls. And like they're trying to pin, everybody's trying to pin. It's just like they're trying to get the shit. And Ishimori gets the last pin. And this is I fucking love the way he do this because he got the pin. It was like 9 minutes. He grabbed Yano. He grabbed Yano, threw him over the barricade. He took Yo, stuffed him under the ring, and he just dropped the Great O'Corn. And fucking Ishimori just ran. Like he fucking ran to the back and just like stood there and waited for the clock to get out. And I'm like, that was smart because if you just like if you got the pin and then everybody else was still up, they could get a pin. But because he separated everybody, nobody else could get a pin, and he fucking won. I was like, that was fucking smart. That's very smart.
I was just about to ask you, do they pin him or they can pin each other? But I got it.
Yes, it was very smart. I'm like, that's very smart. He's fucking great. And it was just good. So then we get to the last match. They were like, hey, the main event. And everybody was like, what the fuck? Like, who else is here for the main event? So Okada's music hits. And I was like, oh, it's Okada. And then Ishii music hit. And you're like, oh, it's Ishii. And then Moxley's music hits. And you're like, oh shit, like Moxley's here. And then Bryan Danielson's music hits. You're like, you motherfucker said he wasn't here. So I'm still trying to rack my fucking brain of who the fuck can they get to face these four? And then it's TMDK, Zack Sabre, like Mikey Nichols, Shane Hayes, and Koji Fujita. So they're out there and they're having this match. I lie to you not. I'm sitting there watching this match. This match was really good. And in my brain, it just kept checking the same box. I was like, there's no way TMDK is winning. No fucking way TMDK is winning. TMDK won. They fucking won. They beat the fucking Avengers of fucking New Japan. It was like, there's no way they actually won. They fucking won. And after the match, because like this is usually the part where people start doing challenges. So after the match, Zack Sabre is like, yo, dickhead. He called Bryan Danielson dickhead. He said, me and you, one more time. He was like, I don't like the way the last one ended. Me and you, one more time. All right, dickhead. How about this? Me and you, one more time, right here in Japan. Nowhere else in Japan. And Bryan was like, all right, fuck it. Let's go. So we're going to get Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr. in Japan. So Fujita, which is kind of still a young lion, but now he evolved like magically because TMDK last year at fucking New Year's Dash grabbed him and made him a person. So throughout the year, Okada has had this thing where he hates kids. Any fucking young lion or anybody that's under 20 something, he beats the dog shit out. I'm not lying. He beats the living dog shit out of him. He's been doing this thing, and this is Okada's I'm pissed off at young kids. And he beat Fujita before, and he's like, yo. He's like, dog. He's like, Okada. He's like, I want your 6-man tag titles. Okada's like, fuck you. He's like, I want them tag titles. And he just like pushed Ishii. Ishii was like, yo, I'm gonna fuck him up. He was like, yo, let's do it. Okada's like, no, fuck this kid. He's like, fuck this kid, fuck you, kid. He literally gave him the finger and walked off. So, and Mikey Nichols and Shane Hayes was like, no, fuck it, we want this match. And Tanahashi is doing commentary. So they go over to Tanahashi and basically challenge him. And Tanahashi's like, you know what? I don't even care. Fuck it. We'll do the 6-man. I was like, that is fucked up. Okada didn't even give him the fucking time. So they're going to have a 6-man title match. So they go backstage, do the backstage thing. And Moxley is just like cutting his promo. And all of a sudden, Shingo Takagi walks up and was like, hey. He's like, I've been trying to fight somebody from AEW for a long time. He's like, come on, me and you, Mox. And Moxley was like, no, like, that's all you had to do was ask me. He's like, so me and you, we're going to fight. He's like, fine. And Shingo just walked off. I was like, okay. So we're getting Shingo versus Moxley at Battle of the Valley. I'm like, what the fuck? Like that, like, everything just happened within a matter of minutes at that fucking. It was like, what the fuck? It was so crazy. It was so crazy, but I'm so hyped for the next couple of months for everything happening in New Japan. It was like, holy shit. Like, there's a lot of shit happening. And it all just happens from fucking New Year's Dash. It's just a restart and everything is fucking changing. Like, holy shit. But yeah, that was New Year's Dash.
That sounds awesome.
Yes. So next week I don't know why they scheduled this like this, but it's weird because Battle of the Valley is next week on the 12th. It's next Saturday, actually. And they literally, after New Year's Dash, just had the whole card out. And one of the matches is Okada versus Ospreay. Is Shingo versus Moxley, Julia versus Trisha Dore, Stephanie Vaquer is wrestling somebody. Matt Riddle is making his New Japan debut in a tag match against Tanahashi. And it's a few other matches, but it's like they just randomly just happen. You're like, oh, okay. All right. So, yeah. So that was a thing. So, New Year's Revolution was a thing. And it started off with The Rock recap. They recapped that The Rock was there. And right after that, here comes Roman and Paul. And Caleb Braxton says, so, what happened? And Roman just looks at her and goes, like, whatever. And he just walks off. Just says nothing. It's like, okay, well, I guess that's the thing. And yeah, that was a thing.
He didn't give a fuck. He's like, whatever.
Yeah, and I'll go into this theory later on, but like, yeah, there might be something there that. Okay, so then we have the finals of the U.S. tournament. Santos Escobar comes out with his team, and then Kevin Owens comes out, but lo and behold, here comes Logan Paul for no goddamn reason. Well, I mean, he does have a reason to be there, but like, he just is like, I don't know. It's just like I was kind of confused. I know he's a U.S. champion.
He legit the champion. Yeah.
I know, but like champions don't usually come out and sit there, especially like Logan Paul caliber, and you just randomly show up at a SmackDown and just like, oh, okay. So Santos and Kevin Owens had a really good match, and in the middle of the match, Angel and Humberto get beat up by Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro, so they're gone. And it's just Kevin and Santos is working over Kevin's hand, and Kevin winds up getting a win, and now he's going to Royal Rumble. Like I said in the very beginning, that it was going to be Kevin versus Logan, and then Logan Paul gets in the ring, and Kevin Owens just punches him with the hurt hand and knocks him out.
He hurt himself.
yeah, the funny part was like, did you see that coming?
Not really. Like not that hard. He hit him kind of hard.
Yeah. So then they have the video package for the first member of the three-way, Randy Orton. They do this whole recap of Randy Orton and his like comeback and him beefing with the bloodline, basically setting up for the three-way later on. And I mean, it's a good thing they do this, whatever. So then they talk about the whole, hey, Money in the Bank is going to be in Toronto. And Logan Paul is leaving with ice on his face. And his two jobber buddies come in, which are the clones, fucking Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. And then Cameron Grimes just beefs with Austin Theory, or Cameron Grimes. I don't know which one he beefed with. One of them he beefed with, and now he has a match with him next week. I don't know which one it was. I'm sorry, I'm confused.
It's the Clone Wars.
Basically. So here comes Bob Lash, and he's out there with Ford and Dawkins, and they're basically talking about their new plan for the year. Bobby Lashley says, I'm in the Royal Rumble. I'm declaring myself because I'm going to win. And all of a sudden, we get the countdown clock, and here comes Killer Kross and Paul Ellering and Scarlett. And then here comes AOP to attack everybody, and then they beat the shit out of Bob Lash and the Street Profits, and Killer Kross does a F6. That's what we're calling it, the F6, which was a weird new version of an F5 from Killer Kross. I was very surprised he could do that. But also, Killer Kross looks big too, like he ate a human. So yeah, that's a thing.
Killer Kross ate Karrion Kross. Karrion, however you pronounce it.
Yes, he did. So then we have Michin, and Renegade pointed this out because on Michin's versus screen, she has blue hair, but now all of a sudden, Michin has gray hair. And she came out with the OC and was like, Renegade said, hey, this could be like a red tie thing for Mercedes. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? That definitely could. Because once again, with more Mercedes watch, once again, no one knows where she's going. Because everyone is still talking about, hey, she could be going to AEW. Even Dave Meltzer was like, yeah, she's like, they expect her to be in AEW, but someone actually told me this could be a CM Punk thing. Don't expect nothing until the ink is dry on paper. And it's like, so once again, this is a thing where no one knows where she's going. Got it.
Side note, something that had to do nothing with nothing, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Every time you say Mercedes watch, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Randy Orton's original heel music should be playing.
Yes, it should be. And then we had a really good match. And like, I lied to you not, a lot of people didn't think this match was going to be as good as it was. I even seen a lot of people online going, holy shit, this match is actually better than I thought. And it was Michin Mia Yim versus Io Skye. Really fucking good. Really good.
It was pay-per-view caliber to me.
Yes, this was really good. And this is another thing about WWE is like they put women in spots and you're like, oh shit, like I didn't know this person could go. I didn't know this person was still on the roster. I didn't know this person was, and it's like they keep recycling and bringing in more women to like freshen up the whole division. And it's like, this is great. This is great. So then we had a Paul Heyman promo, and he's talking about The Rock. He's talking about The Rock, and he's talking about Cody Rhodes. He's talking about this one. He's talking about that one. And then he says, like, even CM Punk, he was an original Paul Heyman guy. And he says all of this stuff, and he's just like basically saying nobody's on the caliber of Roman Reigns. And I was like, oh, okay. Sure. Sure. And
whatever you say, Paul.
Yeah, like I said, I got something to get into from somebody online later on, but yeah, it is. So then we go on to the next thing, which was we basically said this online, like on the podcast last week. We said this last week. What was going to happen? Pretty Deadly versus Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. But before that, we have Bailey in the back with Damage Control. And Bailey's like, hey, we're all going to have championship gold, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And Bianca Belair walks up looking like a bazillion bucks. And she basically said to Io, she was like, Io, I'm coming for your title. And she was like, it doesn't matter what happens. I'm going to take your title because I deserve a rematch. And she walked off, and Io says something in Japanese, and Dakota goes, yo, Bailey, you need to handle Bianca because, you're the leader, so you need to do something. I was like, wait a minute. No, you're the leader. You just told her to do something. I'm confused.
But kind of like the leader's getting treated like a bitch.
Right? It's like, yeah, it's like, well, hold up. You're the leader. Dakota's the leader. Okay. That's the thing. So,
nah, it's my group. I tell you to do. You do it, Dakota.
I wish Bailey would have said that, but she's gonna fall apart. She's starting to get the fall apart, and once she wins the Rumble, they're definitely kicking her out.
Oh, so you think she actually is gonna win? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think she's gonna win. So,
gotcha.
Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne beat the Pretty Deadly guys. That's the thing. So then we have Ashanti Diodanis. Ashanti Diodanis is in the back with Nick Aldis, and he's like, yo, I've been sitting here for too long. Can you please, give me something to do? And Nick Aldis goes, you know what? I got something for you. And he never said exactly what it was. He just says, I got something for you. I'm like, well, tell us. I would like to know. Please tell me.
Right.
And the funny part was he didn't even say next week I have something for you to do. He's like, I have something for you. And he just left it at that. I'm like, just
in fact, he said, I have a few things for you. So it's more than one.
Yeah, so I'm waiting, it was very fucking puzzling. So then we had the three-way. The winner goes to Royal Rumble, and the match is going. And then all of a sudden, here comes Roman, Solo, and Jimmy just beats the shit out of everybody. And everybody's down. And just like Renegade said, Nick Aldis walks up to Paul Heyman and goes, yo, he's like, tell your guy he's going to be in a four-way at the Royal Rumble. And it's going to be for the title. Happy New Year's. And walks off. Also, did you notice that LA Knight got bloodied in the match and they didn't just stop the match and say, fuck this?
Yes.
So, here's the thing. From online, I was just scrolling and this tweet popped up from Jimmy Van, which is the head guy at Fightful. So Jimmy Van says, wouldn't it be really fucked up if Paul Heyman set this whole thing up? And I was like, wait, what do you mean? Wait, the four-way, he set up this four-way with Roman. He convinced Roman to beat the guys up, and now the four-way. And I'm like, okay, yeah. And also set up The Rock. Okay, maybe. And also set up him to go against Cody. All for it to be revealed. The master plan that he did this for CM Punk because he was always a Paul Heyman guy. And I'm like, hold up. If that is a fucking story, okay. All right. That is great. He sets this whole thing up to run Roman into the ground and Roman is beat down to just leave him and be an original fucking Paul Heyman guy with CM Punk. Yeah, like I would, yeah, that would be good. That would be great.
Cause there's something that you said in the podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
That he and by he I mean Punk said in the promo that if you're not paying attention, you won't catch it.
Mm-hmm.
Something to the effect of, I forget the exact quote, but something to the effect of, a wise man told me to leave when I'm ready to leave, alluding to the fact when he actually left.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking about Paul. Paul told him to leave. So they've been cool ever since. They're not cool.
Yes, and when he said in that promo this week that CM Punk has always been a Paul Heyman guy, and it's like this is lining up. That tweet was literally just like saying everything that's happened. It's like all of this was lined up. Like if that comes out to be true, if this is the long game that Triple H writes for this, I'm just going to just fall to the floor because it's going to be like, this is great. And I know so many other people that's going to just be like, oh my God, this is long-term storytelling. This is real. Like, this is awesome. Like, there's going to be so many people that's going to fall for this because it's going to be great. Like, if this is the way that they're going. And the thing is, like, one of those people are going to take the title, and I'm thinking it's going to be Cody. Now, here's something that somebody suggested. I think it was Garrett, like, suggested this because, like, okay, because like this has been running through my mind also. What if Cody, like, they let Roman get to all of the fucking wins that he needs to beat Hulk Hogan's title reign, right? But hear me out. What if on the very first SmackDown on USA, they do it at Madison Square Garden and they have a match between Cody and Roman? Why would it be at Madison Square Garden? Why would that be significant? Because of the Dusty Rhodes thing. Dusty had a match at Madison Square Garden where he almost won the title. They won the match by disqualification, never got the title. So what if they do it Madison Square Garden, first SmackDown on USA? They let Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns in October after Roman has eclipsed Hogan's record. And they do it on SmackDown. Title match, title change the game. I'm not even lying. I would fucking mark out for that because it'd be like, okay, you completely finished your story. Because if he goes to WrestleMania and doesn't finish his story, people are going to be mad. But when they set this up and say, we're going to Madison Square Garden for the first SmackDown, people are going to be like, oh my God, this is the perfect way to end the story because this is the start of the story. This is the end of the story. It encapsulates the whole entire thing, and we get the finish of the story in the place the story started. That's complete genius. And if you, like I said, if you do it on fucking SmackDown on USA, the very first SmackDown on USA, one, you're gonna have the highest fucking ratings that you ever had because people are gonna already be like a little bit like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna check it out because we're gonna have the world title match. But once people start getting the thoughts of, oh shit, the story started here. What if the story ends here? It's going to be anticipation of, oh my God, the story could end here. And yes, in the story, but people are going to be like, oh my God, the story could end here. That's great. Like, that is great.
I'm down. I'm 100% down.
So yeah, that's a thing. And that is pretty much everything. Do you have last thing to say? Anything to,
Jimmy Uso has a No Yeet T-shirt now, which fucked me up.
Wait, why did that fuck you up?
I didn't think they would go that route. Like, no yeet means no yeet.
Yeah, because, like, no, fuck that. No yeet. Yeah. So, yeah.
By putting no yeet on the T-shirt, you're putting yeet on the T-shirt.
No, but it's no yeet. So, it's not on the T-shirt because it's not a yeet T-shirt. It's no yeet. Yay. I guess I don't really fucking know, man. Like, it's weird. It's weird.
It's funny.
Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah. So that's your last thing.
Last thing, yes, sir.
Okay.